All right, I was in 51 oracles. Footers. 1. All oracles were originally delivered by the Earth Goddess, whose authority was so great that patriarchal invaders made a practice of seizing her shrines and either appointing a priest or retaining the priestesses in their own service. Thus, Zeus at Dodona and Ammon in the oasis of Siwa took over the cult of the ocular oak, sacred to Dia or Dione, as the Hebrew Jehovah did that of Ishtar's oracular acacia, and Apollo captured the shrines of Delphi and Argos. At Argos, the prophetess was allowed full freedom. At Delphi, a priest intervened between prophetess and votary, translating her incoherent utterances into hexameters. At Dodona, both the dove priestesses and Zeus's male prophets deliver oracles. 2. Mother Earth's shrine at Delphi was founded by the Cretans, who left their sacred music, ritual, dances, and calendar as a legacy to the Hellenes. Her Cretan scepter, the labrys, or double axe, named the priestly corporation at Delphi the Labridae, which was still extant in classical times. The temple made from bees, wax, and feathers refers to the goddess as bee and as dove. The temple of Fern recalls the magical properties attributed to fern seed at the summer and winter solstices. To say, Sir James Frazer devotes several pages to the subject in his Golden Bow. The shrine of Laurel recalls the laurel leaf chewed by the prophetess and her companions in their orgies. Daphnis is a shortened form of Daphonissa. Yeah, the bloody one. And Daphne is of Daphone. The shrine of bronze engulfed by the earth may merely mark the fourth stage of a Delphic song that, like London Bridge, is broken down, told of the various unsuitable materials with which the shrine was successfully built. Yeah, but it may also refer to an underground Tholos, the tomb of a hero who was incarnate in the Python. The Tholos, a beehive-shaped ghost house, appears to be of African origin and introduced into Greece by way of Palestine. The Witch of Endor presided at a similar shrine, and the ghost of Adam gave oracles at Hebron. Philostratus refers to the golden birds in his Life of Apollonius of Tyana 6:2 and describes them as siren-like Rhynx, but Pindar calls them nightingales. Fragment quoted by Athenianus 290e. Whether the birds represented oracular nightingales or Rhynx used as love charms and rain inducers is disputable. 3. Inspection of entrails seemed to have been an Indo-European mantic device. Divination by the throw of 4 knucklebone dice were perhaps alphabetical in origin, since signs, not numbers, were said to be marked on the only 4 sides of each bone, which could turn up. 12 consonants and 4 vowels, as in the divinatory Irish Ogham called O'Sullivan's, are the simplest form to which the Greek alphabet can be reduced. But in classical times, numbers only were marked 1, 3, 4, and 6 on each knucklebone, and the meanings of their possible combinations had been codified. Prophecy from dreams is a universal practice. 4. Apollo's priests exacted virginity from the Pythian priestesses at Delphi, who were regarded as Apollo's brides. But when one of them was scandalously seduced by a votary, they had thereafter to be at least 50 years old on installation, though still dressing as brides. Bull's blood was thought to be highly poisonous because of its magical potency. The blood of sacred bulls, sometimes used to consecrate a whole tribe, as in Exodus 24:8, was mixed with great quantities of water before being sprinkled on the fields as a fertilizer. The priestess of Earth, however, could drink whatever Mother Earth herself drank. 5. Hera, Pasiphae, and Ino were or I know, were all titles of the triple goddess, the interdependence of whose persons was symbolized by the tripod on which her priestess sat. 6. The procedure at the oracle of Trophanus, which Pausanias himself visited, recalls Aeneas's descent, mistletoe in hand, to Avernus, where he consulted his father Anchises, and Odysseus's early consultation of Tyrrheus. It also shows the relevance of these myths to a common form of initiation rite in which the novice suffers a mock death, receives mystical instruction from a pretending ghost, and is then reborn into a new clan or secret society. Plutarch remarks that the Trophanades, the mystagogues in the Dark Den, belong to the pre-Olympian age of Cronus, and correctly couples them with the Idaean dactyls, who performed the Samothracian mysteries. 7. Black poplar. Oh, man. Hold on. 7. Black poplar was sacred to the death goddess of Page, and Persephone had a black poplar grove in the far west. 8. Amphilochus and Mopsus had killed each other, but their ghosts agreed to found a joint oracle.